had a chance to do this because a very dear friend and colleague passed away last week.
Right.
Mike Jenkins.
Yes.
And he was a very, very special person. And one of the qualities that he had that was so beautiful, and I worked with him for about 10 years in Monday Madness, and he was our band director. And what he was able to do was he always supported other people's efforts, never criticized. I mean, he had very high standards, and he held people to them, but never in a critical way, always
Right.
in a supportive way. And he encouraged people, to do their best, and that just and rejoiced in everybody else's successes. It was never about him.
That's awesome.
And so that was very inspirational. He was an inspirational person. I didn't want to get recognized. He passed away last Sunday. And it was too,
Oh, I know.
it was too fresh.
Yeah, and I read the whole,
anything.
we read the whole thing about him. He just
Yeah.
sounded like a great guy,
He was amazing.
and just, I mean, we need more people like that in the world,
Yeah.
and to just be that, encouraging people's gifts. Roxy?
I remember one thing that, one of the wisest things that someone told me, that when someone you care about passes away, that you think on their qualities and you try to emanate those qualities and be those qualities because they're no longer around to fulfill that. And you know who told me that? And it helps you grieve. So it's like one of the things that my late husband, whose birthday is today, he said he loved to go on walks, and he would stop and he would look at the flowers, and he would sometimes eat the flowers, and and he was just a kind of adventuresome, hands-on person. So I really love that quality, and I hated it when we were together, but after he left, it taught me you gotta slow down, you gotta experience life, you gotta touch it, you gotta feel it, and these are qualities that I try to emulate now.
Yeah, and that's absolutely right. Who
Yes.
else had their hand up? Does somebody else have their hand up?
So,
Okay, Diana, go ahead.
so when I can't think of anything good about them, I appreciate that I'm getting to work on my own feelings and releasing them.
Yeah, because you know
Getting
what?
clearer.
Yeah, because here's what I appreciate about my mom. She's 95. She can be super judgmental, but on the other hand, she's so open to learning. And she had this book, and she goes, I just realized, and I thought, wow, this is deep, that all of my negative feelings, I'm projecting it on other people. It's all mine. Whoa! Mom! Whoa! 95! Rock on, Mama! Okay.
What book was this?
I don't remember. I'll have to ask her what book it is, but this is my book, and I go, God gave you that, Mom. Okay.
Can I never talk to my mom, please?
What was that? Yeah, we'll give it. I know, but you know what, honey? We can't. It's gotta be something that she draws in. Resonate with them. Yeah, Joanne.
So, I'm just now remembering that, I do the seminars in the prisons.
Right.
So at the end, when it ends on Sunday, about the last thing we do is we sit in a circle, and we go around the circle, and one person can see us. And we say, the good I see in you is. And
Oh, yeah.
And it's so wonderful because a lot of these prisoners never appreciate, never have a good word.
Never.
And it's so rewarding. And then, of course, when I'm receiving, because I get to receive too. It's really a tearjerker.
Yeah, it's good. We'll have to do that.
Let's do it today when we're eating dinner together.
We'll do it while we're breaking bread, okay?
Yeah.
We'll do that, because we do it
Speaking
during our
of
board
which.
council meetings, actually. So we're doing stuff, and I love that. Let's do it when we do that. Okay, so go ahead, Kathy.
One of the things, like when someone passes, it's like you have memorials and everything, we talk about all these things that you didn't even know about that person, you hear all these things. It sure would be nice if we hear those things before we pass. Actually,
Yeah, and it is. That's why, we can do stuff like that, during, let's get together and we'll do that. today. That'll be nice, you know, because it really is wonderful, you know, to do, you know, rampages of appreciation, we call it. That's what Abraham called it. Okay, the last thing, okay, Sharon, you had
No, I
something?
was just gonna say, I used to do that with my kids.
Yeah.
My class, third, you know, third to a lot of grades, but third graders, you know, whenever one would move away.
Right.
we Put them in what they call a hot seat.
Oh, I love that.
Everybody had to go around and say something wonderful about this kid, and you had third graders that were in tears at the end of it.
Oh.
And then the principal left, he was a big burly guy.
Yeah.
And he had to go into the classroom, he didn't know why. And we had
Oh.
them all set up, and this big burly man was in tears.
Oh, of course, because they touch your heart. You know, they really do, watching them. Okay, so I gotta close out with the last one. My granddaughter, and talk about getting into tears, so my granddaughter has been kind of in, you know, like in like this, and you know, we'd go to like a ballet and the characters would be there and she'd like turn her head, and then my daughter was like, oh Mom, and I said, just let her be, she'll grow into whatever she needs to be. So I was gonna go down there last week and I didn't because we had a rummy sale, but she says, you know, she's got a Christmas pageant, they're gonna sing. And I go, well, that'll be interesting, because here's what she does when they're singing.
Oh.
Okay? But this time, she was talking about it, and talking about it, and talking about it, because my daughter does what was his name, George? Ike. Yeah, so she does that to my granddaughter, and we all do, you know, her dad, myself, and everybody, actually. And she goes, oh, Mommy, I'm going to sing, and it's going to be so much fun. And they have this huge production. That child, okay, I said, you video this? And she goes, Mom, you can't believe it, Scarlett sang. And this is years, and she's going to be 5 years old. And she was standing there, and she has her little buddy, and I think it's good, the peer pressure was good, because she was looking over and singing, and they're looking, and they're singing, you know, it was really great. And then they had one last, like it was Feliz Navidad, right? And they had this little shake their butt, and I'm like, oh my God, she even did the hand movements, and she did everything, and we were crying. Because that's what encouragement does for people. Nobody was putting her down, nobody was saying, oh, you're too shy. We never said that. We just let her be and let her have her process, and look at that. Isn't that incredible? So I want to close out with one story I found. I always read the paper at Arts, and this was, I don't even know the movie, but this was a guy that either produced or directed it. I think it was Laurel and Hardy. Do you know they're doing a movie on Laurel and Hardy?
Oh my God.
Do you love them? I know. So anyway, this is the guy that produced this movie, but he has a story, and I love this. And I'm closing with this. In 1994, my wife and I were new parents living in Greenwich Village, and I got a call that my mother, who lived in Chelsea, had just had a heart attack. I ran to nearby St. Vincent's Hospital, arriving before the ambulance that would bring her. As I looked up the 7th Avenue, waiting for the flashing lights, a doctor approached and asked me if I was Carol's son. Yes, I said. How did you know? Well, you just look like her. Then he told me a story almost too remarkable to believe. Years later, he'd been a heroin addict living on the streets in Haight-Ashbury district in San Francisco. Your mom brought me coffee every morning, I'm going to tear up, and was kind to me. Over time, she gained his trust. She took him to a Narcotics Anonymous meeting, then many more meetings, and then helped him into rehab. I was stunned. He went on, 12 years ago, I was an addict living on the streets, and your mother helped save my life. And now I'm a doctor in this hospital, and I'm standing here waiting to help save hers. We never know our impact. You love this? This is a keeper. Okay, so with that, I just wish you to, first of all, keep your holiday spirit on, okay? Let's get our holiday spirit on. And if it's helping somebody or if it's just looking at them in a new light, that's a great way to have our holiday spirit get on. And just much love, peace and blessings. Thank you so much for supporting this community, you guys, because every single one of you do. Oh, and of course, Darren Lynn's gonna have me be a shameless promoter, which I am a promoter in my personality profile. It's an opportunity, there you go. I actually sat up and made more bracelets. So I have more bracelets, and if you would like to buy a bracelet, there are 7, I'm doing them for $17, so it's a smoke a deal. And we still have some angels left, so those we can't reduce because we paid him the same price as they are. So they're $35, and Snoopy is not for sale. So anyway, those items there, so that'll get us closer. We got close to our goal of the property taxes, so we made about 80% of what the property taxes are, and they're around $1,200. So we made close to $900. Do you believe that? Yeah, so thank everybody. So that was awesome because it was just, we couldn't have done it without you, with all your donations and everything else that you do and all your service. So with that, much love, peace and blessings, enjoy your holiday season, and let's go eat. And let's go eat. We're not doing that yet. Not yet, baby. We got it. Yeah, we're not yet. So thank you, and thank you guys.